Yo, what's up with it? It's your boy Noonie. It's Leo in the third house, and we back with another reading.
Yo, what's up with it? This your boy Noonie, and this Leo in the third house, back with another reading. This is going to be another pick a card reading. We're going to be asking the question, why did they ghost you? All right, so I thought this would be pretty interesting. Just curious to see what comes out. I'm sure in our lifetime or in some period we had relationships or connections with people and they just disappeared out the blue. Shoot, I've done it, so I want to see why other people may have done it. See if they had the same reasons that I might have at the time. Let's just see. Let's just see how it all plays out. I'm sure you guys have experienced it. This is something that may have hurt some people. Some people may not care. Me, I'm a firm believer. If I do it to you, I'm okay if it come back around. I don't know how everybody else feel about that. So some people may not do it at all. Some people do. It is what it is. So let's just see how this all play out. Got 4 piles here. Take a look at them. And as always, thanks to those people who be liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, getting involved. Thank you to all those people who supported me through this whole journey. Very much appreciative of that. Thanks to those people who booked those personal readings for the special. Thank you. It's still going on until July 7th, so you can get up in there. Thanks to those people that donated. Thank you very much. That's definitely always value there. I think that's it. I don't have no ramble today. I think the ramble was just a little part I did in the beginning. So that'd be that. That's it. Let's just get going and see what happens. This is going to be pile 1. This is going to be pile 2. This is going to be pile 3. This is going to be pile 4. All right. Take a look at them. Let me get started over here with pile 1. Boom. Pile 1. So, pile 1. Why did they ghost you? Oh, principles. Okay. Principles. It was just okay. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at y'all. All right. I'm not laughing because these signs are signs of principle. So yeah, I understand. All right. All right. So, yeah, okay. So this is about being authentic, being true to you, becoming aligned with yourself, being more forgiving, being more receptive as well, processing change, grief, shame, resentment. You know what I mean? This is what this connection entailed. Okay. So let's start off. We got Gemini, Virgo, Capricorn, Sagittarius, not Sagittarius, maybe there's a Sagittarius, but no, Leo, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aquarius, and Libra. All right. These are the signs. All right. So for them, it was about principle. All right. It was about principle and their ego. They felt like that they could do better maybe, or that there's a better opportunity for them, that they're not tripping. What it was, it had to do with how they felt about themselves, their self-esteem. You know what I mean? So if they didn't feel like they could do better, it was a feeling of and no, I don't know, because they didn't even want to walk away. You know what they were thinking? Because I got the 8 of Cups in reverse, but I have a 3 of Wands. So it's this like hopeful energy, but walking away. So it's like walking. So maybe it's a facade of them walking away. You know what I mean? Because they're still spying. We got the page. They're still spying. They haven't stopped that. So that's still going on. There's still energy of watching, looking, or at least inquiring. You know what I mean? But it's also, this was like an energy of them being petty. So someone was being petty. So maybe this was like a vindictiveness or like an energy of not wanting to talk. Like it's not really a power play because it's a page. So it doesn't have too much juice or too much power. It was just like, maybe to avoid some type of dispute. That could have been it. Because with the 3 of Wands here and right next to soulmates, I get it as more of this person or these people, or if it's more than one person or if it's just one person, because it could be multiple people, because I see a page, 2 pages. So at least 2 people. Now this 2 people could just be you and somebody else, or it could be you and 2 other people. That's at least what I'm feeling like. All right. But it doesn't have to be that. But anyway, it could, because it could be family. It could also be family here, but you got soulmates, and soulmates are also family members, close friends, relative, well, that's family members. Even coworkers. Some coworkers, they come into your life and they become friends, and you got to stay for a while. So something like that. But these people or this person was at war with themselves. All right, they weren't really having peace with themselves. So that's why I say it wasn't really like, it's like petty, but it was just like kind of like to avoid some type of discussion or some type of and it was like they didn't feel ready, because you got a page of swords here. So it was like they didn't feel ready. And then with the mouse spirit here, with the principles, they were like being petty. It's a petty energy. You know what I mean? Kind of like a tit for tatness, or like, maybe being too overly critical of a situation, or too overly critical of themselves, or too overly critical of the way they see things. Because principles can be about how you see things, what you stand on, what's considered a foundation to you. And with the Cancer fourth house here, that represents like a familiar thing, a family tie, a family, like a family bond maybe, or like just family beliefs, because it's principles. So this is something having to do with familiar beliefs. It could be like, because with house, I even think of like structures, foundations. I think of like marriage, or like commitment, or like, even though that's not really what fourth house would mean, I just think of it as being that with a principle. It could be like that, or like could be like work, or it could be like religious beliefs, or something like that. You know what I mean? It could be like anywhere intermingled with that. And so they left because they were either having a hard time, and they were coming up on, like, they felt like they were coming into their confidence, and they were like, that's why I said I felt like they were thinking that they could find something better, or that something better was around the corner, or that, because it was like their ego was in the way, because you got confidence is your key to success. So it was like their ego was in the way. They were starting to believe in themselves, and they were starting to believe in their ability. So maybe that's what that was. Or this was someone who was feeling like they didn't want to like put their pride to the side for a relationship, because this could have been that as well. But this is a person who they're starting to see the humor in this, because you got Gemini with laughter is the sound of the soul laughing. So they're starting to see maybe some type of humor in this, or some type of, maybe it's a clarity to it, but I think like they're now laughing at themselves, because it's like a laugh. It's like, like, it's like kind of like a sudden realization. The way she looks in this picture is like a sudden realization. So they could be realizing, and with the Mercury, this is about thoughts. So this is like thinking and then reminiscing and laughing. So these people and with soulmates here in reverse, this is like people who are meant to come into your life to teach you a lesson. So I guess it's like maybe people now, either this person or these people have understood themselves, or understood this situation, because the Eight of Cups is here in reverse with the Three of Wands. So there's like still a hope, but in the future. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm leaving for now, but it's in the future. So they ghosted you in their mind, because you got the Page of Cups here. So they ghosted you. Maybe they offered you something here too, and it was kind of small. You know what I mean? They could have offered you something, because it was like, I'm leaving, but I'm not leaving. But here, like, here's an extension of my friendship, or here's like an open invitation to something, or it's like something like that. You know what I mean? It's like they're not really gone though, because they're spying, and then you had the Three of Wands and the Eight of Cups in reverse. So they're not leaving it. They just kind of like maybe separated from the situation for emotionally, because they got Page of Cups energy. So that means that they're not really fully emotionally developed to handle the situation. And with the Page of Swords in reverse, you know what? All right, so check it out. Well, back when I was like studying tarot in the very, very beginning, I always remembered in a reading, anytime a Page of Cups and a Page of Swords comes up, they're considered, no, that's not them. Never mind. So it's not that. But you know what? This could just be like a quarrel, like a lover's quarrel, because it's still a disagreement. This is two conflicting energies. This is emotional versus logic. All right. So that's what this probably was with them. They weren't able to fully express their emotions, and when it came to communicating it, they didn't really have the words to say. So they were just thinking like, down the line, I'm sure I'll learn more information, or I'll just keep watching until I understand how to put it into words. Because this is what this relationship entailed. Everybody coming into their center and into their own alignment and their own frequency of authenticity, because this is where, like, they were picking up confidence. All right. They were going through a difficult time, a hard period. This could have been financial. This could have been emotional. It probably could have been with their confidence. Like, it could have had an issue with building up their confidence. And so that's probably what this all entailed, because it's like a laughter, like a sudden understanding, or a sudden like realization, like, haha, I get the bigger picture. But they weren't able to express it at that moment. That's what it was. So they're just kind of like watching and maybe more hopeful about what can happen in the future. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Maybe, because with the Eight of Cups, there's that meaning of like not leaving this situation emotionally. So they're just probably expecting maybe something down the line or something to happen, because with soulmates here, it could be an energy of holding on to things from the past that didn't really work out when you could be releasing it, you know what I mean? And with fourth house, it's just the energy of feeling like you've known them, or like they're family, or like they're close to you. Like it's a foundation or a close comfort, you know? So there's an energy like comfort, you know what I mean? Because that's what Cancer would represent. So it's a comfort to them, you know, or it's definitely some type of comfort, because I think of the mouse as being like in the house or in a barn or somewhere where there's security, where there's like enough for them to eat. I don't really think of them. I think of mice as you know, being able to be in places where they can eat. I think of rats as more like scavengers as opposed to mice. You know what I mean? So as a mouse, I think of these more as like close knit, you know, caring for family, maternal feelings. So it's kind of like that. This was probably like somebody that you kind of knew, you know, or they were really close to you or something like that. Like, because fourth house is here, so this is like close to you. All right, this could have been like a cousin, you know what I mean? Because the pages are younger people, so this could have been like cousins, could have been children. Well, you know, maybe a child ghosted you. They're probably older now. They could have ghosted you. But this was like somebody who you cared about, you were close to, you think about, or you thought about a lot. You guys probably communicated a lot, because Gemini is here, so you probably communicated a lot, share a lot of information. Y'all probably even shared the same mentality, because this was about principles. So there probably was just some type of broken principles, or there was some type of break in y'all principles that caused a separation here. You know what I mean? But there's still like a love there, still is a care and a nurturing feeling. So you knew these people. And with the Eight of Cups, it's like, I'm gone, but I'm not gone. You know, maybe you guys just don't talk. Maybe they're not really ghosted. Maybe, because with a spying here, that means you guys probably can see each other, and they just probably don't talk. And that would be like the type of energy. Like, you guys can see each other and we don't talk. You know what I mean? Or you guys aren't that far. Maybe you're at a distance. Maybe that's it too, because the Three of Wands could be like at a distance. So maybe you guys are at a small distance, you know what I mean? Where maybe you guys can still see each other, but you're not like closely intermingled like you were. And at a distance could just mean like, you could even be my next door neighbor, but we just don't talk like we used to. That's a distance to me. That's a short distance. It's a 3. So I'm thinking of it as a short distance. All right. But this was about bringing you guys, about your principles. This is about you guys maybe didn't have aligned principles. Maybe you guys communicated about principles or something like that. Because this was about centering on your principles, centering on what was true to you, and finding your own inner confidence. So I guess all of you guys were going through this, or, you know, and this could, like I said, it could be one person, could be multiple people, but I think of like all of you guys, like the collective in this pile was going through that type of energy, where you guys were integrating like new parts of yourself. Because Leo and Capricorn are similar energies, right? And even though we don't really acknowledge it. See, Capricorn is a sign that really likes attention, but they don't say it. Leo, we know Leo wants attention. So that's the differentiation. But you give Capricorn a lot of attention, they're going to go crazy. They're going to give you, it's going to look like you're gonna feel like you had a Leo, because that's how it works for Capricorns. They just have really repressed emotions. They don't share their feelings. And Cancer is like that too. Gemini too. You know what I mean? I know some Aquariuses, and they do kind of give. You know what? All of these signs are like that. Even Libra. Libra fluctuates between being in that energy of wanting to love and be loved, into wanting to be like independent, like Aries. You know, because they fluctuate between wanting to give and be like what's the word? Over consumed, or like ever consumed in a relationship, to being really dry and like, you know, me, selfish and self-indulgent. So it's that type of energy. And then with the Leo energy, you know, someone was just talking to me about this, and, you know, in this reading, this would be a Leo energy. That means that you all were sharing in that pride, that egoic stance of like standing on your principles, standing your ground. So this is what this was about. You guys finding your principles, finding your ground, and, you know, standing on them for the moment. This isn't like, it doesn't look like it was that bad of a situation. Maybe it could have been hurtful, but it doesn't look like it was that bad of a situation. Just looked like you guys were going through something, and you guys probably just separated, or, you know, just dipped off for a little bit, just haven't talked. But there's still love there, because the Eight of Cups is here, so and Soulmates is here, so there's still love. And Cancer energy here, there's still love, there's still feelings, there's still care. It's a genuineness to it, because Leo is a genuine sign and Capricorn is a resilient sign. They're a reliable sign. So maybe if you guys reached out, you guys could probably just talk. You know what I mean? Because this was about just being like in harmony with yourself. And because you got a lot of solar plexus here, a lot of solar plexus. Like, this was big on your confidence. And like I said, you got confidence is your key. So this was big on your confidence, big on your resilience, because of Capricorn here, big on your resilience, big on your harmony with yourself, you know, and being in harmony with your thoughts, because of Gemini. So that's what all this was. You guys were just finding your own level of principles, and you guys probably just needed to regroup and they just ghosted you. Maybe not even a ghost. Maybe they just don't talk to you, and that's probably just that. You know what I mean? So this was just about you guys just following what you figured was your highest self or what was in your best interest for you at the time. Just getting centered within your emotions and being confident about how you feel because you guys just didn't really know how to express it at that time. That's all. This could have been at a younger year, in a younger age, younger years, any of that. It could have been something like that, or just years. Maybe not years. Maybe. No, see, it could be like months ago because pages with cups, I think, a months. You know, and with wands, it could be like weeks. You know, so it could be months, weeks, within a year, at least a year, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. You know, but somewhere in that range. I don't think it was that much because this is like fast energy. Outside of Capricorn energy, it could have been an energy of this maybe lingering for a while where you guys had this type of energy, but. That's about it. Because everything else gives me like fast energy except for Cancer and Capricorn. So this is, I don't know. I just feel like you guys know each other or knew each other because there's a feeling of home with the fourth house. So let's go over signs one more time. We got Gemini, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo, Cancer, Aquarius, Libra, Scorpio, and Pisces. Okay. So here's your advice. Acceptance. There is nothing about you that you need to fix. Reclaim the disowned parts of yourself that yearn for love and acceptance. You are beautiful just as you are, regardless of any faults you may perceive you have. You are eternally radiant being of light. Accept all that you are and just be. When you truly accept yourself, your whole world will magically and lovingly transform. So, Pile 1, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the third house. Boom, Pile 2. So, Pile 2. Why did they ghost you? Oh, rumors. Rumors. Okay. Rumors. Somebody at the top was talking. Ooh. Okay. So this could be a bunch of things here. But I'm going to go with rumors. All right. Some type of confession. Somebody was gossiping. Some type of scandal. All right. Could have been with money. This is why they ghosted you. All right. They could have been feeling like you weren't that abundant. Like you weren't stable. Like you were a narcissist or like you were a control freak. They ghosted, yeah, because I get like they ghosted you because they thought that you was like a control freak, that you were maybe very materialistic. They feel like because you were doing so some of it was like they feel like maybe you're underhanded because it's something like a scandal. That's what it's about, like something with a scandal, and they were kind of disappointed to know or disappointed to experience. All right. But they're still watching you too because we got the Page of Swords. So let's go over the energies. We got Capricorn, Aries, Taurus, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aries again. And those are the signs. All right. But it could have either been with like some type of scandal and just kind of like trusting in their intuition. They were just kind of like going with the flow of this situation. Now, they were, I think they were avoiding something. All right. Because it had to do something with control or with a father figure or like a domineering figure. So it could have been like something with control, or it could have been with like a younger air sign or a younger person who's very nosy or very inquisitive or very something like that. All right. Somebody who maybe gossips or they talk a lot. Something like that. All right. And this could be like an older male, or it doesn't even have to be that. But it could have been like work or having to do with like money, time, efforts, something like that. Possessions. That's what I'm feeling like. A second house energy. So it has to do with like material. You know, it could do with stability as well, but it's more like possessions, money, something stable. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm getting here. Somebody was upset about this. All right. They feel like you're making peso. You know, Five of Cups sometimes can be jealousy, emotional, you know, in reverse. It could sometimes be as like emotional jealousy I've been thinking about. So it could have been that. It could have been like jealousy because that's what the confession, I think that's what the confession is, like jealousy. All right. Because people felt like you were underhanded or you're doing something underhanded for money. So they ghosted you. So there could have been people, because I feel like it's people because there's nothing but people down here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 4 people. All right. So they could have ghosted you because they felt like you were being underhanded for money, right? They could have, because with the, it's like you don't share the same beliefs in terms of spirituality, all right? That's what I feel like. You guys don't share the same beliefs in terms of spirituality, and maybe you're letting spirit be your guide because you got the 7 of Wands, but let spirit be your guide. So you're surrendering to spirit. You're going with what spirit is telling you to do. So there's the energy of them either not understanding you emotionally, you guys not connecting emotionally, you know, maybe because of some type of talk, some scandal, or you expressing feelings and emotions that maybe just kind of touch the wrong chord. You know, because that's what it is. Like, people feel like there's only a matter of time before you're like exposed because of fiery climax and TikTok. So they feel like there's only a matter of time before you're exposed or before like some truth is told. You know, so that's what it was about. And it's because so there's people upset because you're turning passions into paychecks. So that's what it is. And then divination. So they think you're a fraud. So if you do like tarot or Reiki or yoga or some type of spiritual work, they think you're a fraud. All right. And they think it's only a matter of time before people figure out that you're faking. Okay. So if that's not if you're not that, you know, divination can also be with any tool that you use to create, to touch spirit, to get in touch with spirit. So this could be like basketball. This could be like art. You know, this could be like you being into not social media, but I'm thinking like being like a coder, or being like someone who works in anything that you have to use your imagination to get in touch with the divine. Pretty much anytime you have to use your imagination, that is considered like a divination. You're using another tool, a medium, to touch spirit. And you know, usually it's here, you know, so it could be anything. You could be using this rock and we could throw this rock, and based on the way this rock falls, that's a part of my divination. You get what I'm saying? So this could be what this was about. Like, whatever your belief was, they were like, you're a fraud and you're getting paid for this. You know what I mean? And that's what this was about. So they could have ghosted you for that because of your beliefs. You know what I mean? Either it could have either been that on your beliefs, or it could have been about it has to do with finances. So they might have been upset like the way that you're getting money, because these people are feeling drained. All right, they feel like they're running out of time, and that there's always like this issue with time. Like there's an energy of selfishness, because we got Aries here. So there's an energy of selfishness, either selfish with their time and resources, or selfish with their money. You know, these people are either struggling with financial stability, because the energy they're in is an Emperor in reverse, 7 of Wands, and a 5 of Cups. All right, so they're going through some type of repression, some type of emotional grief. You know, they're feeling out of touch with themselves at this moment. You know, they're not really feeling like they have maybe the support, or they're not really feeling as victorious as you. Because the 7 of Wands sometimes is about valor, or being on top, like victory. You know, beating out other competitors, beating other, you know, suitors, beating, you know, life struggles. You know what I mean? So they're in reverse, feeling like they're not doing that. You know, normally it would also be a spiritual call to surrender to spirit, because this isn't a fight that you could win. You're putting the energy in the wrong space. So this is what that would be. And this is what the people are gossiping about. They're gossiping about either you might have went through some period like that, and now you're allowing spirit to guide you, or they're feeling like that you're using spirit to guide you, and you're a fraud. You're not being real. Like you might believe in the universe, and all the planets moving in like astrology, and they may feel like you're a goof. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't real, and people are going to find out sooner or later that this isn't real. You're juking people for money. That's what they feel like. You're juking people for money. So if you're like a creator, inventor, it's just gossip that you're juking people for money. You know, whatever you're doing. If you add anything spiritual to it, or use any spiritual touch, they think you could be talking about veganism, you know, and talking about how the holistic effects, you know, affect the body, and they'll be talking about, oh no, she's a fraud, he's a fraud. What are they talking about? That's it. And they're saying that eventually people are going to catch on to it, because you got the TikTok with material. And with the page here, you know, it's like with enough research, or enough digging, or enough questions, they're going to figure it out. You know what I mean? So these people were just going through some type of personal finances, or some type of issue, or some type of something where it was unstable for them. And they were upset with your stability. They're upset with what you got. Maybe people are giving you something. Well, Taurus isn't about people giving you something. Taurus is about hard working. And the second house is work. So you're probably putting in some effort, putting in some work, and, you know, turning your passion into paychecks, or getting paid on the side. Could be like a little hobby, creative venture, whatever the case may be. You know, you could be doing music. You could be doing editing videos and all that stuff. Whatever it is, they're saying that you're a fraud. And that's why they ghosted you. All right, because they were going through some type of difficulty, some type of some type of instability, and they weren't saying it. They weren't being clear, and so there's a scandal. Maybe they're gossiping about you, or they're saying whatever about you, or it could have been gossip about you that made them ghost you. You know what I mean? So, but it was like you're selfish, or like you're petty, or like you're underhanded, or something like that. Something like that. Like you're doing something underhanded. Y'all don't share the same beliefs. You're a little bit aggressive. You're a tyrant. You know, you're taking advantage of people, because the emperor is about taking advantage of people. But this is who these people are as well. So that's what it was about. Like they ghosted you to talk bad about you. So that's kind of crazy. All right. This could be somebody who's into divination at that. You know what I mean? Because if it's not necessarily your divination, this could be somebody else who's in divination talking about your style of divination. So it could be like other readers talking about that, other spiritual people talking about that, and they just kind of like dipped off on you. They didn't say nothing. They still watch you too, because you got the page. You got the page of swords here. So, all right. This could be somebody who's a little bit impatient, but they are spiritual, because that could be that. They have spiritual beliefs, but you guys may not share the same spiritual beliefs, because the Seven of Wands could be like, competing or fighting against other people's beliefs, fighting against other people's accusations and shit like that. I think of wands as being beliefs, so it could be something like that. All right, but these people are really just drained. You'll know them by who's always drained. Just look around. Are these people always talking about they're tired, they're drained, stuff is just hard? Because for them, what they're thinking is that it's very easy for you. They feel like they've been working a lot, like they have to do a lot to make something happen. While as for you, they feel like you're doing something underhanded to be so successful. You know what I mean? To get your money. They feel like for you to be successful, you're doing something underhanded, all right? Or you're being dishonest, or you're not using your moral compass. So, all right. But here's your advice. Oh, wait, let me give you signs one more time. So we got Capricorn, we have Aries, we have Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, we have Aries again, and we have Taurus, okay? So here's your advice. Inner child. Nurture your inner child and begin to express the awesome beauty you hold within you. We live in a world where a formula exists for everything, yet love and creativity have no formula. They do not need to be studied, simply nurtured. Regularly set aside some time to play. So these people are just drained. You're just, I don't know, they're trying to keep you drained, because this is your advice was to let your inner child play and enjoy yourself and let spirit be your guide, because that's what they were cosmic about. You believing in spirit being your guide, or you having some type of spiritual belief that they feel is a sham or a crock, and you may be making money from it, or you may be doing something and injecting some type of spiritual belief in it, or mentioning a spiritual belief, and people are saying that whatever you're doing, you're an underhanded crock, you're not real, you're taking advantage of other people to get money, and you're using this to make paychecks, okay? So that's why they ghosted you, okay? So pile 2, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and this Leo in the 3rd house. Boom, pile 3. So, pile 3. Why did they ghost you? Okay, so this could be a creator. This could be somebody who likes to do things on their own. This could be a Scorpio, could be a Cancer, could be an Aries. Could be a Sagittarius or a Pisces. Okay, letting go. This is what this is entailing in this relationship. This could be somebody who's usually alone. They could be a creator, because I got co-create with spirit. So they could be a creator or into manifestation. They may speak of that, or they may have manifestation skills. They could be highly intuitive or very psychic because of the crow spirit, and they could have higher knowledge because of justice. All right, so this could be a person who could be a good version of justice, or a good interpreter of justice. So they could even be like in the justice system. You know what I mean? Though I don't have justice here, I would think of them as maybe being that way. But this person ghosted you because they felt like this would be more like it's like a crime, maybe a crime of passion. I was going to say a crime of passion, but it doesn't have to be that. I think they felt like it was too much. Like maybe it was too much that they were holding, like it was too much of a burden. and they were just trusting their judgment on this. They were trying to see this from a higher perspective. So I feel like they ghosted you on that because it says letting go and the energy is gaining momentum. They feel like you were either creating some type of new wave and that they were outcasted or they were orphaned, or that you guys didn't share maybe the same feelings, same emotions, same personal needs. All right, this person could be very aggressive, assertive. So it says you only have 3 options in life: give up, give in, or give it all. And with the 4 of Cups, I think this person released that. I think they gave that up. All right, and then we have letting go here too, which is the sacral chakra. All right, this is about your desires. All right, this is letting go. So they were trusting spirit and judgment in this and deciding to let this go because the 10 wands is here. So this is too much of a burden, and they feel like this was like causing some type of grief in the head, because that's what I'm getting. I got like a headache right now. So it could be like some type of grief in the head or migraines that they suffer with. Same, because that just came out of nowhere. And then you got negative thoughts. So this person could be suffering with negative thoughts, or they could just be always alone. That's what you got. You got like aloneness, like orphans. So this is about being alone. Person who fears intimacy, fears allowing other people to get close to them. So you're normally alone. All right. All right, so that looks like a peacock. So this person could be attractive. All right, it could be attractive. It could be into like martial arts or into like, I don't know, he looks like a samurai. So they could be like, they could be a fighter, but they could be also, like I said, they're very aggressive. So they're not a fighter, they're very aggressive. All right, because it gives me like sensei. So they could be like a teacher too. All right, because it's like they're smart, they have higher knowledge, they have information. So that they're like, they could be like I said, a judge or somebody like in higher authority, or it could be like, because they have higher wisdom, higher knowledge, and they can see through the veil, because that's what they have, a good third eye, so they're very intuitive. All right, now this person is very confident, but this was about just like kind of like an experience, I guess, because I think of Sagittarius energy as like experience, even though it's a judgment, it's like a call to action. Do we call this out, call it quits, or do we just keep this going? And this was like, that's why they ghosted you. And with judgment here, it was like a fair choice, so maybe there was a conversation, talk, or an agreement, because it had to do with passion and feeling like there's too much of a burden to carry this passion. All right. But they felt like there was some type of momentum that was going to end up leaving them out in the cold, because that's what we got. We got energy gaining momentum with the orphan. So they felt like some type of momentum was going to end up leaving them out in the cold anyway. All right. This person just sees you as maybe friends, or like just as a companion, someone close to them maybe, but it's like, because four cups sometimes is about a release. It's like, look open to new experiences, you know what I mean? So maybe that's what it is. Like you guys maybe had an agreement to give it up, because it says you only got 3 options, and you only got 3 choices in life: give up, give in, or give it all. So that's like, there was an impulsive energy to just give it up. That's what it was. It's like an impulsive energy to give it up. And so they were working on letting it go, because in their mind, this is not the way it's supposed to be, because somebody was worrying about being an orphan or being left out in the cold. Okay. So this person is, what they're healing now is like this freedom of choice. Because Mars is about coming into your own power. And with the moon right next to it, that's the energy of like feeling more empowered within your emotions, feeling a lot stronger, feeling a lot, I think of it as like having to break down how they really feel about the situation, and then make a choice, maybe make a decision or move forward in either direction, because that's what it said. You have 3 options, so they had to make a move in either direction, and they just didn't want to be left out. That's all. They just didn't want to be left out in the cold or just left alone. Okay. So this person is like, they're learning to let go of burdens that aren't theirs. So they're coming into that energy of feeling comfortable within themselves, feeling more desirable, feeling more confident, feeling more free. You know what I mean? That's I guess, because you know why? Because it's a good choice of judgment. And that's probably why. Because it was like, this is maybe too much of a burden to carry for me, but I'm passionate about it, but it's too much of a burden to carry for me, so I'm going to trust my higher judgment on this, and I'm going to let it go. And what that does is it increases the way that you feel about yourself. It makes you feel more in yourself with your home, and with Mars, because Mars is the masculine attribute of confidence, and with the moon next to it, this is the confidence in your feelings. So this would boost their confidence in how they feel and make them feel more comfortable within themselves. And what this does, though, whenever you do something like that, and I see why the sacral chakra would be here, but whenever you do something like that, it makes you feel more desirable because you trust in yourself. You trust in your judgment to take care of yourself, because that's what the sacral chakra is really about. It's about creativity, but it's also about your sexual drive and how you feel about yourself sexually. And when you feel comfortable within your body or within your physical frame, that's when you feel more desirable to others. You're able to emanate this energy of sexuality, of like comfortableness, of like I'm here, a presence, of a physical presence, or like a sexual, so these people are probably becoming more attractive, or this person, because it's one person, so it's probably just one person, for real, for real. But I don't know why I said people, because I seen the number 3 something in 3, but maybe not. Maybe it just could just be one person. All right, but they were just trusted in their higher knowledge or their higher belief. They were trusting in the spirit, pretty much. This person they are very intuitive, so they just kind of like forecasted that this may not go how they would like it to go. Which is very admirable, is very smart, because if you trust in your own judgment, this is going to boost up your confidence within yourself. And I'm surprised that we don't have solar plexus chakra here, which is about confidence and authenticity, but we do have self-love here. So this is what this is about, self-love. And so that's why they would be feeling themselves now. They're probably feeling themselves a lot more now, feeling more at home with themselves, or at least more comfortable with who they are, because Mars with this moon is that comfortable feeling of your emotions and being aligned with your aggression or with your decision making. When you push forward, you're going after desires. You trust in your intuition in terms of like drive and desires, and that's what was being healed here in this connection. So probably both of you were in this, or all of you were in this if there's more than one person. All right, this could have been a friend group too, because that's why I think of 4 cups as being friends, new experiences, allowing this stuff to come in. So all right, here's your advice. Love. Negative thoughts and feelings are sabotaging your pursuit of happiness. We, your angels, are here to help you heal. Allow your heart to flow through your heart. Allow healing light to flow through your heart. Consciously infuse each negative thought or feeling with love and light. Feel both your heart and mind aligning to your soul's sacred purpose, and unleash your divine potential through the power of love. And then we have gratitude. Thank you. This is a heartfelt thank you from someone who you recently helped in some way. I, your guardian angel, also wish to thank you for the unconditional love you emanate to the earth, humanity, and those around you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are eternally blessed. May peace, grace, and love forever guide you along your sacred path. So I'm going to give you the signs one more time. We got Pisces, Sagittarius, we got Cancer, we have Scorpio, and Aries. Okay. So, Pile 3, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This is your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the 3rd house. Boom. Pile 4. So, Pile 4. Why did they ghost you? Oh, this had to do with self-worth. They found their self-worth. They started putting things together. Okay. Things started coming together for them. They started falling into alignment for them. All right. Okay, so this person, they could have ghosted you so that you could find your self-worth, or that they were finding their self-worth, okay? Because it's one of the two. Because we got mending here too. And I feel like, this person felt like they weren't supported, or that they weren't supportive. Either they felt like they weren't supportive, or they felt like they weren't supported. It's one of the two, all right? And this could have been you or them. Either they felt like they weren't supporting you, or they felt like you weren't supporting them. All right. And this was about self-worth. All right. Because we got sacral chakra, we have root chakra, and we have solar plexus. All right. And those represent confidence, feeling that's like a full body, you know who you are type of energy. This is what this is about. And then you have know your worth. So that's what that was about, because the root chakra is about being grounded within yourself, making sure that your needs are met. And this is about you being independent enough to get your needs met. When it has the sacral, when we have sacral chakra here, this is about receptivity. This is about being gentle enough with yourself to allow what it is that you want to make itself known to you, and then having enough confidence to go after it. And this is your destiny. So this could have been something that was destined to happen anyway. All right, because we got serendipity here too, which is also, and then having faith in your dreams. This is like already meant to happen. This was like a lesson. They ghosted you as a lesson, you know what I mean? Because you were getting close to you're either getting close to your dreams, and sometimes having faith, have faith in your dreams could also represent like not losing faith of something, because there might be an opportunity to mend it, and it could be in a serendipitous way. All right, because there may be something that comes up and is a serendipitous way. You know what I'm gonna do next time? Next time I do one of these, why they ghost you, I'm gonna start describing the people. All right, and because that'll help, and that probably would extend the reading to like 30 fucking minutes. Anyway, this was like about love and romance, attraction. All right, this could have been like a friend, you know, or this could have been like a teacher, or this could have been like somebody who's like an inspiration to you. Could be like a professor, or somebody who you learn from, or somebody who teaches something. You know, somebody who teaches. They were in, this was like a learning stage. That's what this was about. It was like a learning stage for you, because it's part of your destiny. So this is about a learning stage. All right. Now this person probably could have they could have like took off because they felt like they either figured out their worth, or I don't know, they liked you. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know that they like you, or they like you. All right, because it says the light in me thinks the light in you is freaking awesome. And they had mental clarity about this situation. They just didn't feel like this was very secure, or they didn't feel secure in this situation. Either they might have not been feeling super abundant, or as abundant as well. Like maybe they were learning something, or they weren't. It's like you guys didn't share in some type of abundance, some type of, like maybe your destinies are not intertwined in their mind, or it's something like that. It's like they had some type of clarity, like, oh, and then they became the fool, you know, where they wanted to go. They wanted to go. They wanted to leave. It became clear to them that they needed to leave, all right, because that's how they felt. They just felt like you were very awesome, very cool, very easy to get along with, you know. And this could be an entertainer, or this could be someone who's just very magnetic, very generous, very attractive, very outgoing. They could be like a leader. They could be they're very attractive, you know what I mean? Because I'm starting to explain them to you, because that's where it's going to. So it's like I said, it could be like a teacher. This could be like somebody who's very attractive, somebody's very bossy, very enthusiastic. They just felt like this wasn't stable, or like you weren't stable, or this situation wasn't stable, or that this wouldn't be secure. Like they had some type of clarity, and they was like, okay, I'm just gonna go. This isn't gonna work, you know. And this person they were guarded. They were dealing with, like, they needed to protect themselves. They felt like they weren't being supported. They need support. They need someone to fulfill their needs. You know, that's what this person was about. This is what this is about. They feel like they needed their needs to be met, and they weren't. And so they ghosted you. Okay. Thought I heard somebody hollering. Okay, so I guess that's confirmation. Somebody was like, yeah. Hopefully nobody was getting waxed. But anyway, there's still an energy of wanting to renew this. All right. They kind of, because you got the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups in reverse. So there's still energy of not really fully walking away from this situation. So maybe you guys are just still with each other in spirit, or like emotional. Still like, there's still like that emotional bond there. Or there's still like that energy of maybe wanting to come back. Because sometimes that Eight of Cups is just that energy of being undecided about your feelings. You know what I mean? It's like, I think I want to leave this situation, but I'm not really quite sure about how I feel about this. So it could have been like that. Even though they had some type of clarity in their mind, it makes sense. But emotionally, it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like how they feel about it doesn't. So that's probably what that is. You know, and then with the Nine of Crystals, this is a Nine of Pentacles. And this is in reverse. So there's a codependency here. That's what this is about. They were learning about codependency. This person was learning about, they were learning about codependency. They weren't stable. So that's why they were upset. They were like, I don't feel like this is stable. You know what I mean? This could have been like a friend, or this could have been like somebody who maybe you've known for a while too, because it gives me like children. You know what I mean? Or somebody who you fixed something up with, you were working on something. But like I said, I still get the energy of, like I said, remember I said in the beginning, I still got the energy of something coming back around. And then you got the Eight of Cups here. It's still that energy of like still wanting to like hang out or be around. Or like with Earth, I think of like as coming around, or as like this person being a traveler or somebody who's an explorer, or they're just like maybe even a free spirit, or they could be at a distance, something like that. You know what I mean? They just ghosted you because of that, because they needed more support. And they were trying to get their own needs met. They're trying to find some type of stability within themselves. They were feeling really guarded and feeling really lost. And they felt like you were already on, you were already having faith in your dreams. You were already building it, and you were already having some type of, attention. You could have been getting attention, and something was aligning up for you already, because we got destiny here. So something was already aligning up for you already. And that's how they felt. They felt like things are already working for you in your favor. It's just time to kind of like, dip off. Time to go. There's no room for me here. All right. This could have been did I give you the signs? Taurus, Libra, Leo, Sagittarius, Virgo. Yeah, that's the signs. Virgo, Sagittarius, Libra, Taurus, Leo. All right. So this could have been that. That's what this was about, because they just needed more support. They wanted support. Either they wanted you to support them, or they needed support, or, because this person is guarded. That's what they're healing. They're healing this energy of being guarded and not feeling supported. So they wanted you to support them, to take care of their needs. They wanted you to help boost them up and their confidence and all that. And they didn't think that you were doing that, so they left. They didn't think you were going to make them feel better about themselves, or make them feel grounded within themselves, or this wasn't aligned with where they were going. Is how they felt. They felt like you guys were on two different paths, or two different something like that. But they still think you're awesome. So there may be like that energy of still being receptive to you sexually, if that matters, sexually, because that's what it's about. It's more about like, because I'm looking at the sacral chakra here with the eight of cups, and they think you're awesome, and you got love here. They're interested in you sexually, so that's that. But they just recognized that this had to do with codependency, and that they weren't feeling like their best selves, and they felt like they needed to put in more work, or they weren't stable. They weren't either stable financially, or they weren't able to be independent as you, or something like that. It became clear that they weren't as independent as you, or that they were dependent on you. Maybe they recognized that they were dependent on you, because Nine of Cups can be sometimes, for me, is about validation. So it could be like maybe they were dependent on your validation, and with Leo energy, I would think of it as being like validating or needing to be validated. So they probably left because you weren't willing to validate them, because that's what they wanted. They wanted support. All right, they needed support, so they wanted you to support them. They wanted you to fulfill some type of need, some type of need, some type of desire. It could have just been sexually, and it wasn't going the way that they wanted. So they were like, hey, you're not trying to boost my ego, boost my confidence. I don't think this is gonna work. You know what I mean? I don't think there's any value here. So that's what it was. They felt like you were just going after whatever you were going for. Maybe you were going for your dreams, you were going for work, maybe you were putting yourself through school, maybe you were working at a passion project, whatever you were doing. They felt like you weren't giving them enough attention, and they discovered that, hey, this isn't gonna work for me. There's nothing here. She's not validating me. He's not validating me. I'm gone. That's it. That was it. They wanted you to fulfill a need, make them feel grounded in themselves, make them feel I said homeless. Make them feel at home with themselves, you know what I mean? And make them feel confident again. So this could have been like somebody who was just trying to like sleep with you. And because it didn't go the way they thought it would, they was like, I'm gone. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was it. Could have been somebody you work with. Could have been somebody you were like building something with, or like, whatever. It's like an energy of you guys like being in the same place at the same time, or same energy, working together, same environment, something. You might have even been working to fix something together, like working to fix a relationship together. But whatever it was, they discovered their own worth from this. And it was like, this was about you discovering yours as well. So here's your advice. Prayer. Dear guardian angel, help me dissolve past guilt or regret. Help me to see that all is always in perfect and divine order. Help me to let go of the fear that I project on my future. Help me to fully live within each precious moment and feel your eternal love within and around me. Help me to realize and fulfill my true potential. Thank you. So here's the signs again. We got Leo, Taurus, Libra, Sagittarius, and Virgo. All right. So, Power 4, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and this Leo in the This Leo in the third house. I don't know what was going on there. I was thinking of something different. I was like, maybe I should jazz it up, but I didn't mean right while I was doing it. Anyway, thank you guys. So hopefully you enjoy this, because I enjoyed this. I like this one. This was fun. All right, so I'm out.